Hello students, welcome to today's lecture. In this session, we are going to explore the most beloved modern poem, Warning, popularly known by its opening line, When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple. Written by Jenny Joseph at the age of 29, this poem presents witty, humorous, yet thought provoking reflection on youth, aging, freedom, individuality, and societal expectation. Before moving on to the poem, let us explore the poet. Jenny Joseph was an English poet known internationally for this poem, Warning. She studied English literature at St. Hilda's College, Oxford. She won Gregory Award and also Shemley Award in 1974. So this poem, Warning, was voted as UK's most popular war poem, post-war poem in a BBC poll in 1996. More interestingly, this poem inspired well-known Red Heart Society, a global community celebrating fun, freedom, and friendship for women over 50. So definitely this background helps us to understand how a simple poem grew into a global symbol of joyful aging. Before reading this poem, we should understand the tone and purpose of this poem. Written when the poet was just 29, not old at all, the poem contrasts youth filled with responsibility and the old age imagined as freedom. It challenges societal expectation about how elderly women should behave. It uses humor, exaggeration, and rebellion to celebrate individuality. This poem simply makes us think why we have to wait for old age to enjoy life freely.
Warning. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple, with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals, and say we've no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops, and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick the flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example for the children. We must have friends to dinner and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now, so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple.
Without any further delay, let's delve into the poem. The first stanza. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple, with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. I shall spend my pension on brandy, summer gloves, and satin sandals, and say we have no money for butter. So this first stanza immediately sets a humorous tone. The poet breaks all the societal norms that they have set for the elderly women. For example, during her old age, she is going to wear purple and red. So, which doesn't go at all. It is a clash. It is a deliberate fashion mistake. She challenges all the social norms. For example, instead of spending money on buying grocery, she is going to spend her pension on brandy and summer gloves and also buying satin sandals. So it clearly represents the freedom that comes with age. So during our old age, we can really overrule all the expectation of the society. So let us move on to the second stanza. I shall sit down on the pavement when I am tired, and gobble up samples in shops, and press alarm bells, and run my stick along with public railings, and make up for the sobriety of my youth. So in this stanza, we can clearly understand the poet becomes even more mischievous and playful, because in our young age, the youth. We set some society expectation. We want the youth to be responsible, serious, and well behaved. Whereas in the old age, it is just like a second childhood. So we can enjoy the life without any rules. Next answer, I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in others' gardens and learn to spit. It is simply a mischievous act, going in the rain with slippers and picking flowers from others' garden and learn to spit. The act considered as the uncivil, even it has become a symbol of freedom. So we can clearly see what old age can bring. The poem humorously portrays how we can behave in old age without any rules. Let us move on to the next stanza. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat, and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, and only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencil and beer mats and things in boxes. So in this stanza, we can clearly understand we need not be more conscious about the weight and the things that we keep in. For example, she states we can grow more fat because we become so old. We need not fit into all the societal expectation. Even she can hoard all the small thing in the box, not in an organized way, not for exhibition. So she overrules all the societal expectation. We can be more fat, we can eat whatever we want, we can hoard all the things inside the box, so that we need not fit into the societal expectations. In this stanza, the tone of the poem completely is changing, because the poet contrasts her rebellious fantasies with responsibilities of the young age. So during young age, the society expect the young people to be a role model to others and also well behaved. It clearly portrays the weight of responsibility during the young age, rent, bills, parenting, and societal expectation. It is not easy. This concluding stanza conveys the main idea of this poem. Why wait? Why not start practicing freedom now while fulfilling the duties? So, this poem challenges us to rethink aging not as a decline but as a liberation. Thank you.